this segment, I want to dive into challenges with LinkedIn. I kept LinkedIn out of our previous discussion about Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok because audience-wise, LinkedIn leans much more heavily on business-adjacent content for professional thought leadership than general content for the consumer population. And because of that, the challenges on this platform can be a little different. One of the most common challenges on LinkedIn is figuring out how to vary your content or tone from other social media channels. LinkedIn is seen as a more professional platform than many other social channels. And so people are largely there for networking, engaging with groups and organizations, even finding their next career opportunities. Nonprofits often use that to target B2B, business-to-business audiences, which means they have to engage professionals and businesses in a meaningful way. And that requires tailored content and a real focus on connection for personal fulfillment, career gain, or an alignment with that audience's corporate social responsibility efforts. That can be great for nonprofits who can find effective ways to do things like highlight their success stories, feature achievements, and really focus on the value they bring to the community. It can also be a great place to source volunteer leaders, board members, and sponsors if we can position our organizations as experts in our field while staying authentic. And while I don't feel like the LinkedIn algorithm and features update nearly as frequently as some other platforms, one of the things I think can be most challenging here is that the tools you can leverage most effectively, like LinkedIn articles, company updates, groups, are all a bit more labor-intensive than generating a simple posting schedule. And if you're using the platform for recruitment and talent acquisition, effectively leveraging those tools can be a pretty complex task that takes some skill to learn in order to properly optimize it. And just like any other social media platform, it can be challenging to gain exposure for organic content of any kind. So depending on your goals, you may need to explore paid advertising options to expand your reach. While budgets are often lean in many organizations, targeting options on LinkedIn are different from those on Meta platforms and can offer you unique ways to get in front of really narrow audiences with a little bit of learning in the LinkedIn ads portal. I think the biggest thing to consider when crafting strategy for LinkedIn is what your organizational needs are for your nonprofit, as well as the needs of those you could potentially engage. If you can strategically align your content with the expectations of that professional audience and build and nurture relationships with other organizations and professionals, that's really the aim here.